Hello everyone, it's Julie from Camelia Crafts Designs. Welcome and welcome back. I'm here today with another M's Scrapbusters challenge, and this week, as you can see, it's scrappy notebooks, but we're going to make them from anything and everything. We're not limiting ourselves to just putting plain papers in for the pages. We're using anything and everything, whatever scraps you've got hanging about. Mine look different to Melina's, yours might look different to mine. So let's crack on. So here we go. Before I get started, I'll show you what I'm using. I've got this tray that's got all my tea dyed scraps in. Well, not all of them, there's lots of them. I've just gone for my smaller chunks. Sometimes they're semi-organised, sometimes they're not. I've got this basket that's always on my desk with various random scraps. There's all sorts. There's half-finished projects. Look, there's tags. I've looked all over for those. I'm going to put them to one side. So we've got that. I've got this box of ribbon. Yeah. I've got another box that has fibres. Yeah, just all sorts. That's what I'll tie some of my notebooks together with. And I've also been in my... I've got scraps everywhere. I've got folders, baskets, boxes. And yeah, we've got all these. So we're just going to rummage and make some notebooks. I've probably got enough in here. Oh look, we've got project life cards. I obviously started a project with them and didn't finish. So that's what we're using. So when you see me grabbing all this stuff from off camera, this is what I'm grabbing. So let's crack on. I had to stand up for that. I'll sit back down. I'll just adjust the light because with all this white paper it's looking a bit bright. That's better. Right, so starting here. If you watched my last video, I did make a sort of little scrappy notebook in that. So first, I'm going to do some like I did in that video. Oh, look at that. Can't put that back on a notebook, but that could be front to one. Yeah, that's front of it. That's it. That's going to be a notebook. And I'm going to use that for the back. Yeah. And then I'm going to grab some paper to go in it. And we're not sticking to just... That will do. We're not sticking to just using... Oh, I've got these as well. Fabric, eyelash trim, and yeah, my desk's just full of all sorts of rubbish, really. But that is how I like it. I find inspiration from that. Right, I'm just going to rip some bits of paper and turn this into a notebook. I'm using my ruler. I'm not using my scoreboard to get it straight because these are scrappy notepads. I don't care if they're perfect. Perfection is not what we're going for here. I'm just grabbing things randomly. I will get some wider ones at some point. But I think it looks cute when all your pages are different sizes. I just really do. We need some bigger, plainer ones. What we got? Oh, that's just a page from a book. What's that? That's what I've folded up and done nothing with. That would make some nice pages. I know it seems a bit like we're making scraps, but I can't see me doing anything else with that. It's obviously got abandoned from its original project. I'm going to move this tray because it's making me want to work off camera. That's better. We'll have it to the side. There we go. And that should be a nice wider one for in there. And then all these I'm tearing off will just make a smaller notebook. I think I might have another one of those in there. Eee. What else we got? I've got some these, I'll tell you what these are. You know when I sell my packs of mixed book pages on Exit, I wouldn't put this one in. Do you know why? It's got a dent there and it's got creased up corners, so it ends up in with scraps. So yeah, I am that pernickety when I'm putting my book page packs together. We know they're vintage, but they don't need to be too scrappy, do they? Right, I'm just going to take that off because I know this will be a bit too long. So what we've got now, we've got a book page, we've got that, that's 3, 4, 5 sheets in there. Let's grab, that'll be 6. I don't want any more that are too narrow. Oh, look at this. I probably already sized these up, ready to make notepads in past, and I've never done it. So let's have 7 in there. I'm always going to do some at me. And then you run out of time to do it. So, I think I'm going to just trim a little bit off that cover. It's going to be a little bit too wide for me liking. I mean, I didn't even know we were going to make notebooks with covers till I just found this piece that I thought, yum, that's nice. If I made it too narrow. Oh, I don't mind. I don't mind at the sticking out a bit at the side. And then I'm going to put another piece on the back. I had that lovely pink piece that I've probably lost. There it is. So I'm just going to cut that down to the same size as back. I'm not even going to bother with trimmer. I'm going to grab the scissors for this. I can cut when I've got a backing. Cut straight, should I say, when I've got a guide. I don't know what I'm saying. I do talk an awful lot of rubbish. So that's that. That's that. So that's really nice. I mean, whoever gets this, they could even cut it off there and make that into a journal card, and you're left with a little book. I like it. Now I'm going to be using Melina's little tip to use some paper clips. I got some paper clips out, and here we go. They're buried already. Why did I chain them together? Probably so they didn't get lost. So shuffle that at top, because some of these are not all the same length. I'm just going to pop that on. Then we're just going to get another piece of card, paper, anything you want, just to wrap around the top. And I think because I've just cut those pretty little big pink bits off, I'm going to use that. Yeah. So I'm going to fold that in half. Grab my bone folder. It's straightish. Straightish is what I go for these days. She says, altering it slightly. If you want to be perfect, score it on a scoreboard and then fold it. This is good enough for me at the moment. Yeah, I think I want to ink this though. I think it's going to look better inked. So I'm just going to ink along top and edges. I'm then going to cut some off either end, so I'll do that inking after. I'm not going to ink top of that because we're not going to see it. Do I want to round them corners? Do you know what I do? I just want to round corners with teeny tiny rounder. There we go. I get a lot of people ask about this punch and where it's from. This punch is, it's a Japanese brand. I can't pronounce it. But it's on my Amazon storefronts. And links for those are in the description. I've just noticed I've put the back cover on the wrong way. That's better. So let's finish inking that. I'm not going mad with ink, just a little. Pop that on. Yeah, I like that. I've not made them quite like this before. This is Melina's idea and I love how she did it. So we're just going to glue that on. Over the top. Just gives it that slightly different look, doesn't it? And we always like something slightly different. Then, and as she kept reminding us, and I will, don't take that off yet because all your pages aren't fastened in. This is just glued to your front and back cover. There we go. I love that look of it. Then get your hole punch, crocodile, corner chomper, needle and thread, whatever you're going to use. And this is the bit I liked. It's just a little detail. She punched the hole right on that border and I like it. There we go. Now let's get some thread to pop in this. Just going to open my tub and grab something. What's that? That's a nice piece of pink ribbon. But do I want something a little with a bit more contrast? No, I like the pink. So let's go with the pink. These are just offcuts. If you're in UK, you might remember that a few years back you could buy these random bags. I'm saying a few years back, perhaps when my kids were like 2 or 3, so it's over 10 years. You could buy just random bags or offcuts of ribbon and stuff in Poundland, and that's mainly what some of these are, in addition to offcuts. And you know the ribbons that you get in clothing to help you hang them on your hangers? Yeah, just used to cut them off and save them for a rainy day. Looks like that rainy day's arrived. Now this one I'm not going to do any more decorating up front because we've got such a pretty picture. And there we have a little notebook to pop in a junk journal. I just think that's so cute. Oh, don't forget to ink your edges, woman. And your crease on the back. And I like that. We've got the contrast at the front, then that matches at back. So that's one down. The next one should be quicker because there'll be much less explanation. So let's grab a piece of... I think I might have the pages showing on the next one. I might do the next one a bit different. Look at that. That's another. That's lovely. Oh, we could make a sideways book, but that was another video. Oh. I'm going to make one of this type this time where you just fold top over. Get your corner round it. I do like to have these bits rounded. It's that old I find corners offensive thing. I don't know where it comes from. It's just me, I guess. I'll do a little bit of inking. I'll ink backs off camera. You'll see enough inking without me seeing me ink back of stuff. And then we're just going to get some pages in here. That is a bit of tea dyed, but I'm not sticking exclusively with tea dyed. I knew that height looked about right. So I'm going to bring the ruler in again. I might use tear ruler this time. Get a bit of a raggedy edge. And I always use my back as my sort of like template for doing my ripping. That looks good. And all these other bits are going back in the pile to make smaller little books. Oh, don't know what that is. It's got something stuck on it. Why do I just fold bits of tea dyed paper up for no reason whatsoever? I have no idea you do it. Have you all got craft rooms full of randomness? I just seem to have too much randomness in my life. Got a bit of ledger. Got some more of that. There we go. Yeah. I mean, I might even put some random scrapbook paper in. Who knows? I've got enough random lined paper to keep me going. That's a piece. I'm just going to, because this has got lines, I'm just going to tear this without even using my ruler. Like it. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's 5 in there. I like that we can see those dots either side. I did have a load of more random book pages somewhere. Oh, look at that. I think we've established by now there's far too much randomness in my life. Oh, I like that. I could make a feature out of that where I've punched stuff. Is that going to be right width? Perfect. Look at me, I'm getting all wee. You don't need a ruler to tear, just do it by hand. I don't know if I like that really grungy one at front. I just don't. So I'm going to stick that middle somewhere and pop that one at front. Yeah. I like that better. then this is the easiest one in the world. This is very similar to the one I made with packaging in my last video. And punch, punch. If I put that on, right, if I put my paper clip on, if I remember to use Melina's fab idea, then nothing will fall apart. So let's have a rummage. I know you like to see me rummage in boxes of rubbish, so here we go. Which one shall we use? It's a lovely peach, that. Oh, about that. I seem to be going all pinky, don't I? That looks nice. I like that. So you can go through there if you want to. I mean, you could go to town and put eyelets on these owls. The choice is yours. I think I might just double knot this one instead of having a bow. Because it's thicker stuff. We don't need a bow that thick. There we go. And then you can pop labels on, pop anything else you want on to decorate them. I think that might look good with a random label stuck on, so let's grab my random label box. My desk getting really messy already, isn't it? I am aware. I'm not a tidy worker. And that's just going to get stuck on because I said so. It's like telling us that that book is 50 cents. Here we go. So there we have another scrappy notebook. 2 down, more to go. Now another thing you can do is you can use your sewing machine to sew these. Also, I've been ripping my pages separately. Let me show you. We could fold our pages over like that. So that's a page. It seems a shame that could go in a journal. I'm not going to use that. Sorry. See? Why do we get precious over our scraps? That's a long piece. I'll just fold that in half. That will then become another page. That one may just get put in anyway because we don't want to waste it. And I've got loads more here, but they're a bit thin, aren't they, for this book? What's that? Oh, that's another long piece. Just fold it over. They don't even have to be even at bottom. You could end up with pages that are long, one's longer, one's shorter. So that's that. Right, on this one, we could. No, that's not appropriate. Not appropriate. It's not like it's offensive or anything. Not appropriate. How posh did ours sound then? Oh, look at this. We've got the garden. Oh, that's mad. Aha! I can save that. Make a notebook out of it. I'm going to get Chopper out for this. There we go. And then I'm going to chop that bit off. Look at that. Who knew? Is that going to be the right size for these? I think some of them are a bit wide. So, but that is going to be another notebook. Just not this notebook. What we've got here. What were I doing? I was trying to figure something out. Lord knows what it were when I did them. Let's see what we've got in this other box that'll make a nice cover. I think I've got too much stuff out and I'm spoilt for choice. I really am. Because I'm rifling through looking. What's that? Oh, that's an envelope I never finished making. Oh, that's another piece of that yummy paper. Oh, that's nice. Oh, that's so nice. I do like that. I think these are some Stamperia scraps. I wheeled over that with my chair. Poor little birdie. Oh, look, some more numbers. It's nice to just grab your scraps and play sometimes. Bit of Timmy. Oh, that's already folded, but not wide enough. She says. Truth is, I've no idea what I'm making. This is why I like to get my cover before I make my pages. Whereas on this one, I've just made pages. Now I'm scratching about looking for a piece of card wide enough for a cover. They're pretty. Pretty. What's floating my boat? That's a bit boring. That could be a back on one. That's the prettiest. That's a digital, I'm sure. But that will make a lovely notebook. Ooh, what else? Oh, I could make a tag-shaped notebook. That's an interesting idea. They're just some scraps of digitals. I'm going to put them in as pages. Yeah, I might make a slightly bigger notebook with those. So, yeah, I got some more there. That'll make a nice page. Right, put them to one side. There's going to be a crafty lunch today, I'm telling you. If I get through this video at a giant crafty lunch, it's going to be amazing. Right, so I've made my pages. Now I want a piece of card that's the right width. That's perfect. But I wanted something that looked a bit prettier. So I'm going to be looking to this one. Ooh, nice. That's lovely. But then I like this one. That's wide enough. That would make one of the fold over ones we just made really well. There we go. Well, see, you can make notebooks even if you don't have a plan as to what you're doing. So get some ink on these. It's going to be time to pause in a minute to tidy the desk because it's looking like there's a jumble sale in progress. I bet if there were a jumble sale in progress, ebb and flow would turn up after bingo or before bingo. If you don't know ebb and flow are, you need to go back and watch my last video. I'll link it in the description. The birth of ebb and flow. Oh, I like that. As Melina said, these would be fabulous for a mass make. Look at that. Punch them wider this time, and we'll see more ribbon. Put that on. Ooh, I've got some tealy coloured stuff here, but it may match too well. Oh no, I like it. Again, these were just scraps from Poundland, so don't ask me where I got them from, because the answer is what they are, because they were scraps from Poundland. They probably come from factories, don't they? Right, I'll take that off now I've got that through. Oh, I like. And again, I'm not going to tie this in a bow because this is pretty thick trim. It's like kind of stuff you get on upholstery, isn't it? And then I'm just going to snip those off. There we go. I like. That one's not even decorated and I like it. So how have we done so far? Have we done 3? I'm not exactly cooking with gas, but... Right, I want to do a grungier one now. Make room. That's going to make a nice grungy page. These are going to make nice grungy pages. I think I want to use this. This would make a couple. We've got a bit of Timmy. That would make a nice notebook front. So, we can make 2 out of that. Get the trimmer out, woman. I don't know. I can't tell you who this digital is. That seems to be at 6.5 inches wide. So if I cut it 3.25, yeah, we could just fold those in half. Make our lives really easy. That'd be good. Look at that. I want to see that tag on front. So this one will be a bit longer. I'll tell you some measurements in a minute. I think I want to cut bottom off. I don't like that tag floating so high up. That I like now. So that's going to be a notebook. That just needs some pages wanging in and it's done. That's going to be a front, so I'm going to get that boring piece, I think, to go with it for a back. I've totally can't remember how Melina made most hers now, and I've watched video 3 times as per usual. But we're just making notebooks. I think you might even have a nice... mind you, that paper would make a nice cover for one of these notebooks like this, where you just have the top folded over, wouldn't it? And I think we've just decided it's going to go in there. How pretty is that? Oh yeah, so that's that one. Crack on with this one then, woman. I'm just going to make this piece of paper into pages. Do I want my tear ruler or my normal? I think I'll use my normal. Not that the tear rulers are abnormal or anything. So I'll gauge the width. Tear that there. I think it's about halfway, nearly. And then I will tear it again. And we'll get 2 pages and some little scraps left over. Yeah. Scraps beget scraps. It just happens like that, doesn't it? So that's that. Ooh, that will go nice. I seem to be making 2 at once here. That will be nice in there. That will go in there. What else we got? That. I need to trim that off. Right, I can hear children creeping upstairs. I'm going to pause and see what they're up to. And I'm back. Children sorted. Yeah, my eldest Becca is cooking our evening meal, our tea, as we call it in Yorkshire, or dinner, as posh people call it. Right, I've got this scrap, obviously had some labels stuck on it. I can't peel it off. That's it, now it's gone. So now it's some good for using in here. And I will rip it off. I can't see. Move them out of the way, woman, then you can see. Yeah, I'll just rip those bits off then. What else we've got in here? I've got all sorts. Look, we've got that. These. Oh, piece of Edith. Oh, let's put a piece of Edith in. We can. Do we have a piece of Edith in the other one? I don't know. Now, because I've just been gone for about 15 minutes helping. I've been helping her get the pressure cooker set up. Yeah, she does all the... gets everything prepared, and now it's gone in pressure cooker, but she's not confident with doing that. And to be honest, I'm not confident with allowing her. I'm a bit like, ooh, we don't want pressure cooker exploding all this tea all over the ceiling, do we? It's one of them pressure pot things. We've got the UK version. It's called something different, but it's basically an instant pot. Right, so that can go in there. That can go in there. I've got, oh, that's the right size. I think I might use the separate bits. This is some blank music paper. I've obviously put it in a journal, and I've got this piece left over. So let's mix them up a bit. There you go. It's like shuffling a deck of cards. I don't really mind the order it ends up in. And like I said, this time, which is going to be front. I want that one as the front. Yeah.
Sorry,
ooh,
I don't have an answer.
I jumped
for that.
then. Do you know, she chimes in that seldom now does our Gert that she actually made me jump. Crazy woman. And I think I want twine for that, and do have. Sure, I've got twine hanging about on my desk. I normally have bits and bobs. Come on, have some twine in here, woman. Oh, look, we've got nice lace. We've got some spare black bits that we used in a video the other day. Oh, ha 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 ha. Found some twine. I normally use a giant big ball of twine, so this is going to be allowed as a scrap. I'm doing really well this week, Melina. I'm sticking to the brief and I'm actually using scraps, proper scraps. I'm not hunting for my posh scraps. These are just the scraps of anything and everything that gets stashed all over. And the odd bit of Timmy papers I've just found will get transferred to my Timmy scraps. I'd always tend to keep my Timalt scraps separate. Right. That's going to be that. And I think this one might need a bit of decorating because it might be a bit boring. There we go. Get your skizzers, woman. I'm going to leave that frayed. I like it. I might fray it other side on purpose. I like a bit of frayage on our twine. There we go. That'll rough itself up over time with use. That needs its corners round, and it just does. I can't be dealing with the offence of the corners being left unrounded. Then we'll pop a bit of ink on it. Do a little bit of label collage at the bottom, and then that'll transform the look of that one. Like I said, I'll ink all the backs off camera. Don't want to bore you. I don't know that. You are really chiming in today, aren't you, missus? Yeah? Who's crawled up your power cord? Oh, look at that. That was just hanging about on the desk. It's a bit of tea-dyed fabric. Oh, it looks like that might be... Looks like we might be having a cluster on this one. That was very impromptu, wasn't it? Got a cluster and a couple of labels. Number 26. We'll layer you on that. Do I want a cluster? No, I don't want a cluster. Sorry if I got you all excited then about the cluster that hasn't happened. I'm just got this urge to layer labels and bits and bobs. Oh, what's that? Yeah, I'm going to ink them and stick them on because it looks good. Might have to put a cluster on the next one. Inked. Inked. I'm scared now in case our gate chimes in and tells us off for something. It's like, whoa, chill out, woman. Yeah, I'm going to use the art glitter glue that I hope isn't clogged because I've just left it up here unattended for about 15 minutes without its pin being in. Give it a poke. There we go. So I'm going to glue that one on first. This is a piece of Timmy paper, I think. Here it is. I like that red on background. I think it goes well with the red on the stamps. Wee. You can go there. And then, yeah, I'm liking this layer your labels look. Wee. I wonder if these junk journal labels are ever going to go out of fashion. I've now gone and put it somewhere completely different, but I still like it. Yeah, I can still live with that. I really want to do a cluster though, but not on this one. Right, so that's another book done. Right, we need to finish this one now, seeing as we accidentally made it, didn't we? I just kept finding bits from a grungy one that would look better on something else. So let's rip that off. I won't be doing any with the sewing machine. If you want to see how to make any, if you've got a sewing machine, I always link Melina's video on these, so bob over and have a squint at Melina's. Yeah. Do I look like I've got room to get a sewing machine out of a yet? I craft in a craft room size or a postage stamp. You're lucky I do what I do. Oh, we could stick some postage stamps on them. And that's how it goes. You think, ooh, postage stamps. That's because I've been watching Shirl's latest video. She did a version of my frames and she decorated it with some postage stamps and they look right good. And she also did it with some text, stamped the giant Tim Holtz labels on some textured paper, and it made it look like the labels were hit and miss, and I really liked that. So yeah, I know quite a few of you have now started watching Shirl. But yeah, I love it when people, I mean, I got the project I did from Zoe, who's Paper Eve Creations on Instagram, and then Shirl's got it from me, and it's like, yeah, I love it. People do the same projects but have a different take on it. I love to see there's different people doing the same projects, because that next person adds something else to it. On this occasion, I think I've took something away from what Melina were doing, honestly. Mine have ended up quite a bit more basic, but the fun. Like I say, we're not sticking to just plain paper. We've got things like the cover page there. I love that butterfly there with those flowers. I would never thought to get that out and put it together, but in these scraps together, that looks lovely. Use your paperclip, woman. Just use it. That's a new idea I've got off Melina. Fabulous idea, that, Melina. Because sometimes when I make scrappy pads, they go a bit wonky while I'm doing this bit. But yeah, I mean, that's such a simple idea, but I didn't think of it. But Melina did, so now I'm using it. I may forget to use it again in the future, but that's just me. Right, I'm going to get my ribbon box out. Oh, no, I'm not. Oh, look. I'm just going to put my fibres box away, which does have some ribbons in, and I spied that one. And I just seem to think it goes with this. Ooh, what's that? Ooh, fluff. Oh, that's like, it looks like chenille. Ooh, look at that. That's nice. It's one of them, isn't it? It's my own stash, but I haven't been in this box for so many years. I'm like, ooh, look at that. Ooh, look at this. Ooh, ooh. If you ever go in a real craft shop, I'm exactly the same. I walk around going, ooh, ooh, ooh. Oh, ooh, ooh. Oh, look at that. That shouldn't be in here. That didn't come in a pound shop bundle. Right, so now we've got all this lot out. When all I wanted were a little bit of ribbon. That's already tied in a bow, but I just like that colour, so I'm going to go with it. So all that other stuff I got out after going, ooh, 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 sounding like a monkey, I hadn't used it. Ooh, 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 I want to be like you, ooh, ooh, I want to work like you. Is that Jungle Book? Yeah. Right. They're so wonky. The holes I've punched for this one are just so wonky. So what I'm going to do to make that look a little bit better is stick some at there. Stick some at there. I don't know what, but I will find something. My bows aren't behaving today. I don't know where it is. It must be National Wonky Bow Day. Yeah. I think there's a National Everything Else Day, isn't there, these days? Oh, I can't keep track of it. Kids come home telling me it's National What's It Day every other minute. Oh, that's cute. But no. Cute, but no. What can I stick on? It's got to be a label, hasn't it? It's labels. I want a round one. Just a tiny round label to stick there. Ooh, what we got there? No, that's not it. Stick with your original instinct. Tiny round label. Dig to the socks and find one. That's not round, but it's calling to me. 404. Error. 404. Round net label not found. There you go. That is the thing that comes up in it on your computer when it can't find web page. I need a t-shirt with that. Error 404. Brain. Really not found. There was a nasty rumour that she had a brain a few years back, but as yet, we don't see any evidence of it. Yeah, just, there you go. I mean, it's not a lot. It's very busy paper. It didn't need a lot. I just think that's pretty. So how many we got now? 1, 2, 3, 4. We've done 5. I've been at it 40 minutes. It's less than 10 minute a book with waffle and faffage. I don't think that's bad at all. So I shall love you and leave you. I'll now go and film intro. We'll go back in time so you can see what you're making before I make it. So all the links are below for the videos I've mentioned and for Melina's and for Shirl. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.